Say, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day. This is the last day of 2025. You feel me? We about to be in a new year in a few hours. Um, Happy holidays to everybody. God bless to everybody. We woke up this morning, and if you're not having a good day, hopefully your day gets a lot better. I'm your host, Mike Sports Vibes, and I'm going to talk to you about a few different things this year. When it comes down to it, what surprised you the most about the 2025 NFL season? What's going on? What's going on, my guy? D1, what's good, bro? And I'm asking you as well, bro. Asking everybody, what surprised you the most about the 2025 NFL season? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, um, a few things. I'm gonna be honest with you, a few things. Um, I'm going to start with the Vikings because I'm a Viking fan, but there's a few teams that really surprised me. Hold on, hold on, buddy. Don't jump over here. Don't jump up here. All right. There's a few teams that surprised me personally. That I was like, oh wow. The first team for me was the Colts. How good they was prior to Daniel Jones getting hurt. The Colts really were shocking a lot of people. Um, I don't think anybody was expecting the Colts to be good um this season, but I feel like that's why I always say it's not it's any given day. I mean, it's any given Sunday, but it's also any given year. And if it wasn't for Daniel Jones getting hurt, I think the Colts will be in the playoffs. That's just my opinion. Shout out to Mike, shout out to Smeagol, shout out to D1, shout out to everybody that's in the building. I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. And God bless to everybody. And the question of the video is, what surprised you the most in 2025 NFL season? As a Viking fan, there was a few things. But I'll start with the Vikings. For me, for our offense to look this bad pretty much the whole season, that surprised me. And for our defense to look this good despite our offense looking this bad for pretty much the whole entire season, I was surprised, right? I would have never expected, even with all the injuries that the Vikings had during this season, I would have never expected the Vikings offense. I don't care. I did not expect. I'm just coming from my opinion. I never would have expected the Vikings offense to look this bad all season. We're not just talking about like half the season. We're talking about the whole entire season. The Vikings offense been horrible, right? Um, I'm surprised. I'm surprised though. He said, "Why should be surprised?" Except the I kind of want to see the Jags break out this year. The Jags can definitely do something. As long as you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. I always say that. I always say that. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. We're also going to be going live for primetime games. Not all of them, but some of them. And we're going to be going live for many days in the off season. Like the off season is going to be so lit. I cannot wait. I can't wait for the off season, but the off season is going to be very interesting if you're a Viking fan. You're going to hear so many different rumors. You're going to hear them. Smeagol's in the building. What's good, family, man? Everything is everything, man. God is good, man. I'm just here talking that talk on my YouTube family. And I'm just thankful, man. I'm thankful for y'all being in the chat, talking to me. I'm just thankful for a lot of things in my life. Life ain't perfect, but life is good. You feel me? That's how I look at it. Life ain't perfect, but life is good. You feel me? And that's how I look at things. That's how a lot of people should look at things. Like life ain't gonna, it's not gonna always be joy, right? You're not gonna always be happy, but sometimes things happen for a reason, and you just gotta overcome those obstacles, and that can either break you or make you stronger. And that's the one thing that people don't look at it like so many things. That people go through, but if you can just overcome it and you believe in God and you just believe in yourself and believe that you can get through it, you know what I mean? Anything's possible. But first believe in Christ and have belief. And if you believe in him, you can get through it. And also, when it comes down to just like what I mean? Like I said, I was at a funeral a few days ago, and I was telling people on my live stream, my last live stream, I said, yo, life is not promised, right? So please don't just come together for just holidays. Come together when it's not a holiday. People come together like families. I'm gonna talk about my family specifically. We come together for funerals and holidays. What about a random day? And just come together with your family because, like I said, life ain't promised, y'all. I was at a funeral a couple days ago. Know what I mean? Life ain't promised. So just enjoy life, enjoy every year, enjoy every day, and just try to get through the obstacles that are in front of you and keep your head up. But I just want to just put that out there real quick. But the Vikings might finish third instead of fourth. Yeah. I kind of want to, yeah, I see that except the Vikings. Jags going to choke their AFC Cowboys. Surprise me is the complete change in Chicago. Oh my gosh, that's a good one, Lee. That's a very big surprise. You know what I mean? When you talk about Chicago Bears coming from a Viking fan, I wasn't expecting them to be this dang on good this quick. Like, I understand this. We'll see if Ben Johnson and the Bears can win a Super Bowl this year. We'll see how good they do in the playoffs. But for them to be where they're at right now, if you're a Chicago Bear fan, you should be very excited for their future. And shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And we're also going to be going live for primetime games. And we're going to be going live for many days in the off season. Just trying to see something real quick. But what surprised me is that's a good one. The Chicago Bears, with Ben Johnson going to the team and their offense looking bad, their offense looking bad last season to what it is now, and just the fact that Caleb, some people were trying to say Caleb was a bust after the rookie season. I'm just like, yo, how do you call a player a bust after their rookie season? I just don't understand it. But I guess we talk about some people being not patient with JJ McCarthy. Some people are not being patient with Caleb Williams his rookie season. I'm like, oh, he didn't have the best season in the world, but he wasn't like, oh my gosh, he can't play. He had moments in his rookie season that you were like, oh, that's why he was the first overall pick. Just like Drake May, he didn't have a great rookie season, but he had moments in his rookie season where you're like, oh wow, this is probably why he was the third overall pick. And we know what Jaden Daniels did in his rookie season. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But let me look at the comments. It always happens. No, Troy. It don't always happen. It don't always happen, my brother. Bro, you gotta go live for the Steelers game because that's gonna be a crazy. What day is that? What day is that? Is that Saturday? Is that a Saturday? Is that a Saturday game? What's going on? Yeah. Why would a Vikings fan want to subject themselves to even more bad food? That's funny. Get them a break from seeing it a bit. I agree because it's kind of true though. Happy New Year, bro. Oh, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy holidays, everybody. I want some Red Lobster. You know what's crazy? Oh, by the way, I will be going live for New Year's today, y'all. So I'll be live around like 11:30ish. So I'll be going live. I don't know who's gonna be on the live stream, but I'll be live for the New Year's. And hopefully some people join. But if you can't, it's all good. You know what I mean? It's gonna be super late. But Happy New Year's to everybody. Yeah, I agree because I had multiple things. Yes, man. It's yup. I agree, D1. Life is short. What do you think of Vikings will do in the offseason about quarterback? You know what? That is like the biggest question that's going to be the biggest question this offseason. 45-13. That's going to be the biggest question. What I would say is this. It depends on how this last game goes. And even whatever happens, it don't even matter. I don't think JJ McCarthy should play. But if he does play, I just hope the man don't get hurt anymore. If he gets hurt, that's going to be the worst case scenario, right? The best case scenario is he plays good against backups, against the Green Bay Packers backups or whatever like that. I don't know. But I feel like the Vikings should go into 2026 with JJ McCarthy being the starting quarterback. I don't want to give up on JJ McCarthy, but I will say is that the Vikings can't put all their eggs in one basket and be like, he's going to be the star. Like they got to make sure they have a quality backup. Like I don't care if they was to trade for like a Matt Jones. Don't act like you don't like. They have to have a quality backup. But I want a quality backup that's a young enough backup that can potentially take his job if he gets injured again. Like I'm sorry, like this ain't nothing personal with JJ McCarthy, but at the end of the day, like I want to win a Super Bowl. And if you're hurt 4 times in 2 years and you only played a certain amount of games, it's kind of like why would I put all my eggs in one basket with that? I can't. I think he's a talented quarterback. He's young. He's 22 years old, but that's the issue I have though. He's so young and he's getting hurt all the time. It doesn't make sense how, you would think since he's such a young man, you would expect him to be able to handle some more contact and be able to, I mean, but it happens. I'm not blaming him for the injury, but it does happen. It does happen. Injuries happen. You know what I mean? But we got to make sure we have a quality backup. That's all I'm going to say. If we don't, they're doing the Viking fan base a disservice, and we're going to be in a world of trouble if he gets hurt again. The Bears defense isn't good enough to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, I agree. I think the Bears defense isn't good enough to win a Super Bowl. But the one thing I will say is if they just get a couple of turnovers or a turnover, the one thing about it, right? And I understand regular season is regular season. People want to go by statistics. Sometimes players and teams get better in the playoffs, in the postseason. Like the defense might play a little bit better. I'm not saying they're going to be a top 5 defense. I'm not saying they're going to be even a top 15 defense. But what I am saying is they stepped their game up. They stepped their game up in the playoffs. It's just a different animal. The playoffs and regular season are 2 different seasons. Just like I was saying about the Eagle, shout out to Ingram. Just like I was saying to the Eagle fans, like some Eagle fans, right? I'd be like, yo, the Eagles offense hasn't been the best this year, but who's to say they can't get it together in the playoffs? Like I know it's like weird to say that. Oh, you had all season to get it together, but the playoffs is a whole nother season. You have you had a good amount of time to I don't know, depending on if you're the first seed, you might have the bye week. So let me take that back. I was gonna say you got time to really get yourself together and playing against that team, but that's if you're the first seed. But it's different in the playoffs. Different. Yo, man, Flores is out of there though. Nah. You do know that, right? I believe he wants to be a head coach. Yeah, I believe he wants to be a head coach, but I'm hoping that he's not out of here. I'm hoping that Brian Flores stays in the purple and gold, but you never know. I'm happy for him, whatever decision he makes, though. Yeah, hit the like button. Shout out to Christopher Real. Yes. Hit the like button. Can I get 2 more likes? Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already, and also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every Viking game, and we're going live for primetime games. And even if you're not a Viking fan, everybody's welcome to the YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separators, and I truly feel that way. That's the goal and the mission of this channel, is to bring people together from whether you're a Viking fan or not, or whatever fan you could be a fan of it, whatever team, you're welcome to the YouTube channel. You're welcome to the YouTube family if you have good vibes and good energy. The Vikings will screw up the quarterback situation. I hope not. You don't want to watch Steelers and Ravens. It's 2 bad teams fighting to make the postseason. Yeah, man. Aren't you supposed to be at am I supposed to be at work right now? Well, I will say this. Respectfully speaking, what's your name? Indigo LaCrown. It's none of your business. So what I do for a living is, so I'm not going to really say too much about it, but what I will say is this: instead of worrying about another grown person about what they do to provide for their family, what you should do is worry about what you got going on and provide for your family. Because at the end of the day, I could tell you everything on what I do, but you don't pay none of my bills. You don't take care of my family. So if you want to, I think you should worry about your own self and worry about what you have to do to take care of your family. So I'll reply to you with that. And if you have anything else to say, if you want to, you can just leave the channel, because we don't need you. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say. You gotta start. I think a lot of people worry about things they shouldn't worry about. You know what I mean? But Happy New Year's, Chris, for real. If they don't go to get Mac Jones, Vikings are saying they don't want to compete next year, and you should have traded JJ. Like I said, I don't know, man. You might be 100% right. You might be 100% right when it comes to certain things. Bro, Stephon Diggs is facing charges. Yeah, Stephon Diggs. I don't even know what the man did, but like it's always something. I think Chris said, I think the Vikings should develop McCarthy some more and get a good backup. Yeah, I agree with that, JC. I agree with that. McCarthy has proven to be made of glass so far. I saw it in Drew Long Titans. Maybe being able to play doesn't matter when you can't stay. Yeah. Hold on real quick. All right, yeah, bro. Hold on real quick, y'all. All right, yeah. Bro, I think all right. Yeah, I agree when it comes to like the concerns about JJ McCarthy. But at the end of the day, they're going to give him one more year. I think they're going to give him one more year unless they really have like a good deal in the works when it comes to like a big name, like maybe you said backup, maybe Mac Jones, or maybe they might go for like a big name like Joe Burrow or somebody like that. I don't think they're going that big, but there's going to be a lot of rumors this offseason, so get ready. There's going to be a lot of people, a lot of speculation, I would say. I'll tell you that. But yeah, he has been hurt a lot. If the Steelers move on from Tomlin, I believe they give Flores a call. Oh, man. Bears down. What up? What up? What up? What up, Bradford? You will see. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you might be right, bro. But I feel like I gotta be optimistic about the Vikings, man. I gotta be optimistic. If I'm Brian Flores, no way I'll go to Steelers. I already had one, had a bad team with the Dolphins. I am not looking for another one. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Forget McCarthy if Lamar Jackson becomes available. I'm giving the farm for him. That's the only issue, bro. You can't really you gotta think of like you gotta think of it like this in this perspective, right? Like I get Lamar Jackson is a simply one of a kind, right? It's not a Lamar Jackson. There's not another Lamar Jackson. But what I will say is this, right? When it comes to Lamar Jackson, his style of play isn't the style of play that Kevin O'Connell will want to run. And we all know Kevin O'Connell only wants to run one style. He wants to sling the ball. He doesn't want he wants to sling the ball. Even if it's 3rd and 1, he'd rather go for a touchdown pass. Like that's the type of offense he wants to run. Yes, I think Lamar Jackson will be excellent. Like, just imagine, right? Because some Viking fans like, oh, we don't want Lamar. Lamar's not even good anymore. I'm gonna say this right now for all the Viking fans that's saying that. I respectfully disagree. I'm not saying that we should trade for Lamar, but let's just put it in this perspective. Imagine JJ McCarthy being a 2-time MVP. How would y'all still feel? Would y'all still feel the same way? Because if you reverse what the accomplishments of Lamar Jackson and you gave those accomplishments to JJ McCarthy, not one Viking fan will say what they're saying right now. They'll be like, yes, yes, I'll take that. Yeah, that they will take that. You know what I mean? He's a very gifted quarterback. The issue is more of the coach and what he wants to do when it comes to his play calling. He's not gonna. He wants a more. He wants a Justin Herbert or like a Joe Burrow. If you're gonna go big name like that, he wants one of those type of quarterbacks. He doesn't want a Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's a little bit his style is a little bit different. And you're gonna have to run the ball. What does Kevin O'Connell hate doing? Running the ball. He doesn't I don't think it will fit. Would I be happy if something like that was to happen? I would, but depends on what you have to give up. And on top of that, I'd be kind of nervous because I'd be like, yo, is Kevin O'Connell going to adjust his play calling to what Lamar Jackson, what his strengths are? Because at the end of the day, like I said before, if you have a Peyton Manning, you can't give Peyton Manning the same play calling that you give Lamar Jackson. Imagine that. Or the other way around. You know what I mean? Or the other way around. So can Kevin O'Connell adjust to what can he adjust the play calling enough for a Lamar Jackson? And my answer to that is a big no. I wouldn't consider it unless Kevin O'Connell is not the offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? He's not the play caller. That's the only way I'll do it. Other than that, I think it'll just be a waste. You'll be giving up all these first round picks. You'll be giving up all these. It wouldn't be worth it somewhat, because even though Lamar Jackson he's an amazing, talented quarterback, we got a lot of holes on this team, and then the offense is going to look crazy because, like I said, Kevin O'Connell, if he's calling the plays, it's going to look terrible probably in some cases. Not as bad as it looked this year. Not this bad, but it's not going to look as good it's not going to be as good. That's all I'm going to say. But I would love to have Lamar Jackson. And let me say this to all the Viking fans. We're going to have to agree to disagree. Lamar Jackson in the Minnesota Viking uniform, that would be amazing if we had a different play caller, right? And I feel like if you was to take the accomplishments, again, of Lamar Jackson and give them to J.J. McCarthy right now, no Viking fan would deny that. No Viking fan would deny that. He's a two-time MVP. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. He hasn't been healthy this year, but he has accomplished a lot to get a little bit more respect, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though. No, he hasn't won a Super Bowl. No, there's a lot of great quarterbacks that has not won the Super Bowl. So we can't just take everything away from quarterbacks that haven't won. Just like I hate to go to basketball, but do people know who Allen Iverson is? Do people know who that is? Do people know who Tracy McGrady is? Do people know who Vince Carter is? There's so many all-time great basketball players that haven't won a championship, but they're in the Hall of Fame. Or if they're not in the Basketball Hall of Fame, they're going to be in the Basketball Hall of Fame. It happens. There's so many moving parts. It's so hard to win a championship. It's not that easy. If it was that easy, every quarterback will win a championship that's talented. Just because you have a talented quarterback, you need the rest of your team to work out. You need your coaching. You need your special team. You need your defense. You need injuries not to happen as much. So many things have to work out for you to win a Super Bowl. So that's what I'm saying. Forget McCarthy. If Lamar is gonna, I'm giving the form. All right. Are the Minnesota Vikings fan Caleb Williams will win at least one Super Bowl? Oh man, if it happens, man, I don't know, man. But you might be right. He is talented. Lamar Jackson is starting to be injury prone. That is true. But what I will say is he has more of a grace period than J.J. McCarthy, because J.J. McCarthy hasn't accomplished anything close to what Lamar Jackson has accomplished. So I'm just saying. So he has more of a grace period than a J.J. McCarthy. I don't think the Ravens should move on from Lamar Jackson because he's been getting hurt. He has been getting hurt, I will admit. But we have a 22-year-old quarterback that has been hurt his rookie season, missed his whole rookie season. He missed like how many games he missed? I forgot how many games he missed. He had a high ankle sprain. He had a concussion. Now he has a fractured finger or a fractured hand. Hey, listen, I'm just being honest. Y'all. They have too many holes to fill. That's true. Too many holes to fill. I agree. Vikings can't afford them. Yeah, I agree though. I agree. It has to be like a deal where you're not giving up too much, which is impossible, right? If Lamar Jackson gets released, I would at least try to get him. Nah, he ain't getting released. I have been optimistic for 50 some years. Troy. Hey, listen, I don't mean to laugh, bro, but I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I haven't been a Viking fan that long, but I've been a Viking fan for a while, right? I think the early 2000s, I've been a Viking fan. So 20 plus years, right? I will say this. As a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, I understand your concerns. I understand your pain when it comes down to it. And I agree with everything you're saying for the most part. But what I will say is this. We still got to try to keep some hope alive for 2026, baby. We got to keep some hope alive for 2026. Just a little bit of hope. Just a little bit. Because at the end of the day, right, what are we supposed to do? I don't want to be like, all right, this team's going to suck before the season started. Hey, listen, I'm going to give you a perfect example, right? In 2024, I thought the team wasn't going to be that good. We won 14 games. We won 14-3 with Sam Darnold. Our defense was okay for most of the season. Our offense was solid. It wasn't like the craziest, but it was solid enough. Sam Darnold was throwing dimes to Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Speedy Naylor, TJ Hawkinson. Aaron Jones was doing his thing. Hey, listen, I wasn't expecting that year, but We went 14-3. You know what I mean? So it's like nobody, I don't care how big of a diehard Viking fan you are, nobody expected us to win 14 games that year, especially not knowing how good Sam Darnold was going to be, because he was considered I don't want to say bust. He was considered a player that wasn't that good. Let's just be honest, right? Nobody expected that. So when that did happen, bro, I was like, all right, I'm going to be a little bit optimistic, bro. I'm going to be a little bit optimistic and be like, okay, every season, like I always say, any given Sunday, any given year. Any given year could be the year where the Vikings might come out of the NFC. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm not talking about the NFC North. I'm talking about the NFC Conference. I'm talking about representing the Super Bowl in the from the NFC. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about big things popping and little things stopping. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go Vikings and go to the freaking bowl, baby. Go to the bowl, baby. Lamar Jackson with the Minnesota Vikings, talent would be dangerous for it. Yeah, it would be. How much money you spend for fireworks? Oh, I didn't spend any money for fireworks. Lamar had that talent in Baltimore. Yeah, he does. He isn't a pocket passer, no matter how bad people want him to be. Yeah, he's not a pocket passer, but he can throw. Yeah. What up? I hope we lock it. Yeah, man, I'm just saying, I mean, it's any given year. I try to tell people that. That's what I started saying this year. I started saying that because I always say any given Sunday, but it's any given year. Like the Colts wasn't, like for instance, the Colts wasn't supposed to be this good this year. I don't care what nobody says, bro. The Colts wasn't supposed to be that good until they got their quarterback hurt and other injuries happened. What other teams are in the playoffs? Nobody thought, I don't care, unless you from like the Jags. The Jags, you know what I mean? They look good, bro. The Jags look good. A lot of teams that you wouldn't expect to be like really, really good are really good teams this year. That's why I say like next year, like that's why when people be like, oh, you get an easy schedule. That's why your record is so good. Year to year, bro. Them teams that sucked last year could easily be, I'm not saying they're Super Bowl caliber teams, but they improve. I'm going to say most teams improve year to year. Most teams. Because you're going through the draft, you're going through the offseason. I mean, the whole goal is for the offseason is to improve, right? I mean, some teams do suck regardless of the draft in the offseason, but you're supposed to improve somewhat. And then some of the teams that overly improve are the teams that are supposedly bad this year are going to be in the playoffs next year. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Watch. These playoff teams that are in right now, some of them that you expect to make it ain't going to make it because of injuries. Like, you know, injuries happen. We all know. Lamar Jackson got hurt. The Ravens ain't the same without a healthy Lamar Jackson. We see what it is. Joe Burrow got hurt. The Bengals ain't the same with a healthy Joe Burrow. Let's name another quarterback. Patrick Mahomes been kind of like iffy all season. But he got hurt. But I think their season was already over prior to that injury. I got to do my research on that. But you know, you might have a down season. That was probably the first down season in Patrick Mahomes' career, probably since what did he do in his rookie season? I don't even know I don't remember Patrick Mahomes' rookie season. Yeah, like that, because he's been so good for so long. It's like I don't know any seasons that Patrick Mahomes been bad. Like I'm not trying, like that's just my opinion. I don't remember it. So, but anything can happen. Injuries happen. The one team, and I see my guy in the comments, my 49ers family in the building. The Niners lost Fred Warner. The Niners lost Nick Bosa. The Niners lost Trent Williams. The Niners, one of the best tackles in NFL history, one of the best pass rushers in the game right now is Nick Bosa, and the best linebacker in the game is Fred Warner, and they lost other players. But somehow, some way, the Niners are still good, which makes me feel some type of way. Not that I'm mad at the Niners, but I'm irritated because I'm a Viking fan, and we always give our team excuses when we get hurt. When we get hurt, they lost their starting quarterback at one point of the season. When we get hurt, the season's over. No, the season shouldn't be over. That's why you have to draft right. That's why your off seasons have to be on point. I got a lot of respect for the Niners because they lost. If the Vikings was to lose the best linebacker in the game, one of the best pass rushers in the game, and the best left tackle in the game, the season is cooked pretty much. Season is cooked. It's cooked. But the Niners are still moving. Shout out to Grasshopper in the building. I hope we lock in or else. Yeah, we got to lock in. Happy New Year, my brother. Happy New Year. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, and also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building rocking with your boy. Shout out to y'all, man. Happy New Year. Happy holidays to everybody. Catching up in the comments. Until Minnesota get their quarterback they can trust to stay healthy and perform consistently, it's going to be hard to get out of the NFC North because Bears, Packers, and yes, they have don't have quarterback problems. That's true though, and that's why I said the Vikings can't put all their eggs in one basket going into 2026. Like the Vikings. I don't usually say words like this, but I'm gonna say this: the Vikings will be a fool to go into 2026 and put all their eggs in one basket with JJ McCarthy. As much as I like JJ McCarthy, he hasn't proven that he can stay healthy. I'm just being honest. So we got to make sure we figure a way to counteract that by getting a backup, a quality backup, or someone that could challenge him for the starting job. I'm being honest here. I'm just trying to win a Super Bowl. And I think all Viking fans should be honest with themselves. As much as we like JJ McCarthy, he hasn't been healthy. He gets in the game for 2 games, 3 games, he gets hurt again. It's something. It seems like it's something every 3 or 4 games. There's something that's happening. So we got to be honest. McCarthy has started in 9 out of 34 games. He hasn't finished all 9 through. Yes, maybe that's why he goes by. Oh, no, don't say that. Nobody thought the Bears was going to be good. Yeah, that's true. What's going on? What's going on? My bull gaming in the building. I thought they were. I was finished second in division. The Bears lost 4 to 5 games by a score last year. Yeah, that is true. Mahomes. Yeah, that is true. Mahomes didn't play as a rookie. Yeah, that's right. It was Alex Smith, right? But I'm talking about his first season playing. What did he do in his first season? I mean, not as a rookie. Let me be more specific. Like, what did he do his first opportunity when he started to play? How did he do in his first opportunity when he started playing? When he was the starting quarterback for the Chiefs? What was his rookie season like when it comes to like him playing, not playing as a rookie, but playing as a starting quarterback for the whole entire season? Mahomes had a play caller who wanted to help him develop though. Yeah, Mahomes has an all-time great play caller. I'm gonna put respect on Andy Reid's name, right? Andy Reid to me is one of the greatest offensive-minded head coaches in NFL history. Straight up. And it was a perfect for him to draft Patrick Mahomes because, and I'm not sleeping on Pat, and I know Patrick Mahomes is an all-time great. All right, I understand that. But Andy Reid definitely, they both helped each other out because before Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid didn't win a Super Bowl, right? That's just that's what it comes down to it. Like, I don't want to take nothing from Andy, don't want to take nothing from Patrick Mahomes. They were perfect match when it comes to quarterback and head coach. And listen, man, that's greatness. When you get that perfect head coach and that perfect quarterback, just like Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Hey, listen, they might have not got along with certain things, but they made sure they won a lot. So whether people, like, they might have not had the best relationship in the world, but they had a good enough relationship to win how many Super Bowls? 6. So it's the relationship, bro. It's the it's the developing. It's the perfect coach, the perfect storm. Because even though Bill Belichick, you can say what you want about him, probably the best defensive-minded head coach in NFL history. Can you name another coach that had a better defensive mind than him in NFL history? They got 6 Super Bowls with all the accomplishments that Bill Belichick. I don't know. I don't know. I know he's definitely up there. If he ain't the best, he's definitely up there when it comes to head coaches. He's definitely top 3. You know what I mean? Tua and Kyler are going to have, or Mahomes, Tua and Kyler are going to have to take anything given to them, just like Danny Dimes did. They haven't proven themselves to be good through to start. Yeah. You know what though? The issue, or if we keep Brian Flores, Tua's out of it. We're not even going to get Tua. You know, Tua and Brian Flores don't like each other, so that's not happening. If we're trying to keep Brian Flores as the defensive coordinator, which is going to be hard to keep him, you're not going to have Tua as the backup. It's not going to work. So Kyler, and I agree with what you're saying, but I still don't feel like Kyler fits this type of offense, bro. Like, he's a talented quarterback. I think Kyler is very talented. He is injury prone as well, but I don't think he wants that type of quarterback, bro. I think he wants a quarterback that, like I said, that's more like a Justin Herbert or a Mac Jones or somebody like that. The worst that Mahomes did when he played was championship game besides this year. Okay, that's saying a lot right there. They would have to sit somewhere. Yeah. Hello from what's going on, brother? Auburn, what's good with you, brother? I say one more year for Justin Jefferson and he's gone. I would leave if I were him or get the money I could. He got the money. My homie Mike been saying it so many times. He'd be like, yo, trade him when you got the chance. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I get it. I get it. I get it. Gino, nah, Andre, not Geno Smith. I don't think that will work out. A backup, he might be a quality backup. Matter of fact, let me take that back. He'll be a quality backup. But this is what I want. This is my dream case scenario for everybody that's in the building right now. This is what I want for the Vikings. I want us to have a quarterback that can challenge J.J. McCarthy for the starting job. I don't want just a backup. I want a backup that can challenge him. You know what I mean? That can maybe push him. Because I don't want to get a backup that you know is just going to be a backup, bro. Because it's going to be it's my job. Ain't nobody going to take my job. Like, no. We need you to perform. Like, listen, we need you to perform in your second year, bro. Like, respectfully speaking, I'm tired of this. I don't want to see the Vikings offense be ranked number 29 for a very long time. I don't want to see that again. If the Vikings offense is ranked number 29, we have an issue. We have an issue going in. Listen, we have an issue going into 2027. I'm already thinking ahead of time. 2026, I don't want to see this offense look this dang on bad. I need them to be healthy. I need the offensive line. Like, listen, everybody got to be healthy, hopefully. But even if it ain't healthy, even if the offensive line ain't completely healthy, you got to make it work, bro. What about all these other teams that got their players hurt? Why am I not hearing about their excuses all the time and they're still winning? This is why I say adjustments when it comes to coaching. This is why I say I like Kevin O'Connell, but can he adjust to the talent that he has on the football field? That's my biggest thing. Oh, I would love Baker. Baker ain't coming though, bro. Baker ain't coming. Yeah, Baker ain't coming. Let me get this guy out of here. Yeah, Baker ain't coming. And I'm gonna tell you why Baker. I don't see that happen. I would love Baker. Baker ain't coming to be no backup. That's one thing. Hey, listen, if you think Baker coming to the Minnesota Vikings to be a backup, and I say this respectfully speaking, he looking at J.J. McCarthy. Oh, you want me to back up J.J. McCarthy? What has J.J. McCarthy done that I haven't done? How is he better than me? Nah, he's not coming to the Vikings to be no. If there was a way to get Baker Mayfield, which I don't think that's happening, but if say there was a way to get him, I'd be hyped. I'd be hyped to get him. I would be, but he not coming to be a backup. That's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on what the front office wants. Do they think that J.J. McCarthy is going to be the franchise quarterback? Do you think he can last all 2026? And if you don't think, you better get a backup. I love Burrow, but that's you're going to have to give up a lot to get him. They're going to put Purdy above Burrow very soon by the end. Yo, I'm going to say this right now. Brock Purdy, one of my quarterbacks, listen, Brock Purdy is different. Yeah, I'm different. That man good, bro. Yo, did you hear Lamar Jackson trade rumors to Minnesota? What do you think about that? I don't think it's realistic. I don't think it's realistic because I feel like the this type of offense, I don't think Lamar Jackson will fit this type of offense. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the type of offense we have is a Kevin O'Connell offense. And the type of offense that he has is he likes to sling the ball a lot, right? He don't really like going off script all like that. He likes to sling that ball all over the field. It'll be 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. He's going to the end zone. He wants a touchdown. Lamar Jackson plays off script a lot, which he's able to because he's that talented. He does have an arm. He's not a traditional pocket passer, which is not a bad thing. But do you think that Kevin O'Connell will adjust his play calling for Lamar Jackson? I don't see him doing it. He didn't even want to adjust the play calling for J.J. McCarthy. So if he didn't want to adjust the play calling for J.J. McCarthy, well then, but that is different though. Lamar Jackson's a 2-time MVP. So I get that. So let me rephrase that. But since you drafted J.J. McCarthy in the 2024 NFL draft, Kevin O'Connell took to week 14 to simplify his offense. Now, will he adjust his play calling to a 2-time MVP if the Vikings was to trade for Lamar? Which I just don't see it happening because we have too many holes on this team. Would I be happy and hype if it was to happen? Yes, I would be. I think Lamar Jackson is a great quarterback. Has he won? No. But I just feel like he don't fit what Kevin O'Connell is trying to do. If Kevin O'Connell is going to be the head coach and he's going to be the play caller, I don't see it working. Minnesota Vikings backup quarterback is a must. Years now, but if JJ can't stay healthy, how can you keep him and give him a quarterback? Yeah, we might have to drop another one. Eventually, you're right. How can you give JJ McCarthy a contract? Because, yeah, that's true. Next year would be brutal if your offense is the same because your defense is taking a step back regardless of without big signing lucky draft. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Even though we paid our backup 17, I should give him a second pick for him and would fit good with y'all. Hey, listen. I don't know, man. A lot of decisions to be made in the offseason. I'll tell you that. Shout out to you, bro. I think McCarthy needs to sit a year so maybe his body heals. Nah, man. Hey, listen, he got this whole offseason, bro. Like, listen, his whole rookie contract gonna be over, bro. Like, can he play or can he not play? That's the mindset. And I think he can play. What the question is should be, can he stay healthy or can he not stay healthy? That's the real question. Because I believe he can play. The question is, can he stay healthy? Or would go before Lamar. Yeah, that's true. Probably. Bear down, y'all pro doing round 3. No one that young should be injured that much. Get him some milk. Yeah. Yes, sir. Round 3. Yeah. What do the Vikings draft? What do the Vikings draft this upcoming draft? All right, so in my opinion, and we're gonna have a whole all season to talk about this, but I'll give you my opinion, right? I'm not drafting a quarterback. I just want to put that out there. I'm not drafting no young quarterback to develop. But what I will, I want a corner. I want a safe. I'm gonna give you my order. I'm gonna go corner. It's so hard, man. I need a center. I'm not gonna give you no specific order because we need it all. We need it all. We need a center. We need a corner. We need a safety. We need a running back. We need a tackle because Christian Darrisaw keeps getting hurt and Brian O'Neill keeps getting hurt. We need a defensive tackle. Damn, did I name every position almost? Gosh, Lee, bro. We need everything. We need everything, man. Like, listen, but the top ones is the center, the corner, safety, DT. We need a lot. And I think, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm nervous about the draft. Every time this dude gets to, yeah. Vikings need to restructure a lot. To save money. Fact. Otherwise, next year is going because they can't afford it. Yep, that's true. They're going to have to restructure a mini contracts. I agree. Rookie contract is 5 years in the first round. If they take that 5th-year option, but my only thing is like, I'm not trying to waste no more time, bro. At this point, I just want to see the man play. I mean, he already missed his rookie season. He missed a lot of the second season. And then if he misses his third season, we got a couple more. Like, I just want to see if the man can play. Like, should we build around this guy or should we move on from him? And not really play, but can he be healthy? I mean, I keep on saying that, but can he be healthy? Can the man stay healthy? And that is the biggest question mark right now. And yeah. You need a safety, center, tackle. Yes, corner. We definitely, yeah, you ain't lying. Max Crosby to Washington, please. Nah. Let Max Crosby go to the Vikings, if anything. Anything that's good going on with the NFL, let him come to the Vikings. We need everything. We need all the help we can get. But I got a question for y'all. What, in your opinion, what in 2025 NFL season surprised you the most about this season? What surprised you the most about this season? I kind of spoke about it earlier in the live stream. But I think the Minnesota Vikings offense looking this bad this season really surprised me. I think that and the Vikings defense being this good despite the offense really surprised me. Another thing that surprised me a lot was I said about the Colts. The Phillip Rivers coming back out of retirement, that surprised me. Ain't nobody thought that was going. Ain't nobody thought that was going to happen. Phillip Rivers coming out of retirement. Yo, who would have thought that would have happened? Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. We might listen. I was talking about bringing in Brett Favre. We should bring in Tom Brady. Bring them all back, man. Maybe even think about bringing Peyton Manning back. If Peyton Manning want to come back, man, bring them all back. And you want to know what's crazy? Is I think Tom Brady could still play. I feel like, I don't know about Peyton because he got really hurt his last few seasons in the NFL. But if we had a healthy Peyton, I think Peyton would play all right. Yeah. Kevin O'Connell not going to have Brian Flores to hide behind. Can he coach or not? He either going to swim or drown. Nah, bro. I don't even want to take the chance, bro. Like I want Brian Flores to stay. And I want our defense. I'm not saying it's gonna be top 10. As long as it's top 15, top 12, I say top 13. I'm fine with that. Let it be a top 13 defense. I'm cool with that, right? Bend, don't break. I'm cool. But I want my offense to be a top 15, top 10. Like real talk. We have an offensive-minded coach, and our offense is and our offense is terrible. Our offense is just trash can. That's what it is. Our offense has been trash can it's been trash can. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be PG with it. Their Vikings can't afford Crosby. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Nah. We can't. I'm just having fun when I say that. We can't afford anybody. Grizz, what's good, brother? He said Sam Darnold leading back. Oh my gosh. Yeah, back-to-back teams to the playoffs. That's a fact. And I feel like he's gonna do better this year in the playoffs. Hey, I feel like Sam Darnold gonna do better this year. To be honest with you, I think Sam Darnold gonna actually win a game or two. I'm just being honest, y'all. They might have the bye week. I don't know. They might have the bye week. But yeah, seeing the yeah, man, it's crazy, man. I'm just looking at like the playoffs, bro. You got the Bills, Chargers, Texans, Jags, Patriots, and Broncos in the AFC, and potentially the Steelers, even though the Ravens are still like alive. But if they have to win out and the Steelers got to lose. But that is going to be a solid game though, because that's for the playoffs, right? So but you got the and then in NFC, you got the Seahawks, Bears, Eagles, 49ers, Rams, Packers. And you got the Buccaneers on the bubble. They got to win and the Panthers got to lose. Panthers got the 4th seed right now. But just seeing the Panthers make it to the playoffs, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. If the Ravens win, don't make the playoffs. Yeah, the Ravens got to win, right? And don't the Steelers got to lose? Yeah, if they beat the Steelers, right? Because they're going against the Steelers. Right. You're right. Right. I might have to go live for that game. Let's move on from Aaron Jones and find a young, dynamic third down running back. Brees Hall, Jeremiah Love, Javonte Williams. Yeah, yeah. Um, I agree. I like Aaron Jones, but he does get hurt a lot. But I think honestly, consistently, I think he was the better running back all season long. Even better than Jordan Mason consistently. I just think he does a little bit more than what Jordan Mason does when it comes to catching and blocking. But I get it. I want a more explosive. I want a back like the guy that I got. This jersey right here. I want somebody like that. Give me another Adrian Peterson or something similar. Give me something similar to that. Give me that. This is the only issue, Dylan. Will Kevin O'Connell utilize them? That is the biggest issue. Because we could draft, say we were lucky enough to draft a Jeremiah Love, right? Say we were lucky to do that, right? Will Kevin O'Connell run the ball? That is my only issue, Dylan. Because at the end of the day, right, you have to, on the field, what you have on the field, you have to utilize it, right? You would think. We wasn't doing it this year. And I'm not trying to come at Kevin O'Connell, but I'm being honest. If we was to draft a Jeremiah Love, say we had, because he's going to be a first round pick, right? So we drafted Jeremiah Love. Say we get lucky to draft him with like what pick we have? Like I'll say 16, hypothetically. I don't know where we're going to be at. But say we pick number 16 in 2026 NFL draft and we have the chance to draft a Jeremiah Love. Will Kevin O'Connell run the ball? Will he call running plays that help out Kevin O'Connell, to help out JJ McCarthy? Will Kevin O'Connell call those plays? I don't know if he will. I just don't know. And I'm not trying to come at Kevin O'Connell, but I got to keep it real. I got to keep it real. But I agree, bro. I want a better back. I want to be able to run the ball more consistently. And you need to run the ball with JJ McCarthy. You have to run the ball, bro. The Steelers already did lose. All we got to do. Oh, all you got to do is beat them. Okay, right. That's what I mean. That's what I meant to say. Because y'all have to, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. My bad. All right, so like the Ravens just have to win. Yeah, and they play Sunday at 8:20. So they have to win. If they win, they're in. They lose, they're out. I got it. Minnesota Vikings, would you take Shedeur Sanders as a backup quarterback? This is what I would do. I don't have no problem with Shedeur Sanders. The issue is this. They're not going to want that in the house because they don't want that. Listen, I don't want to say they don't want competition for JJ McCarthy, but you're going to get the competition plus the lights, camera, action all day long, all the time. You know what I mean? And it's not really fair to Shedeur Sanders. I don't think it's his fault. I mean, his father's probably the greatest cornerback of all time, and he's prime time, right? So I wouldn't mind having Shedeur to go against JJ McCarthy, but I don't think the ownerships would want to do it. I think they'd rather take their chances with like a Mac Jones or somebody like that, but I wouldn't mind. Hey, listen, JJ, beat out Shedeur. Shedeur, if you better, show, prove it. Like, may the best quarterback win. I don't care in the matter. I don't got no personal feelings for, oh my gosh. I don't got no, I don't feel no like negativity towards any of them. All I want is the best for the Vikings. That's all I want. I want the best quarterback. I want to win a Super Bowl, and that's just what it comes down to it for me. Ain't nothing personal with me. I got, you know what I mean? Oh, the Steelers already lost. Do I think the Steelers will beat the Ravens? Man, I don't even know, bro. Some division games are so 50-50, and it's the last game of the season, and it's like, y'all, it's a playoff game, to be honest with you. You win, you go on. You lose, you go home. So it's like, I have no clue. Any of them could beat each other. The Ravens can win, the Steelers can win. I don't know. I don't know if Lamar Jackson's playing in the last game. But I tell you one thing: if Derrick Henry runs like he did last game, Steelers are in trouble. The Steelers are in trouble. If the Steelers don't stop, if they allow Derrick Henry to do what he did last game, they are in trouble. Against the Packers, what he had like 4 touchdowns. He rushed for like 200 plus rushing yards. Steelers are getting cooked if they can't stop Derrick Henry. They got to stop Derrick Henry. That's the number one guy you got to stop because they're going to run that ball. They say, all right, hey, listen, we're going to see if y'all can stop the run. They're going to see if the Steelers can stop the run. Myles Garrett is better than TJ Watt. I like Nicholas Ringleton, Penn State. Okay, I'm going to have to look him up a little bit more. Okay, bro. We need some. Hey, listen, bro. I'm just nervous. I'm excited for this offseason, right? I'm very excited for this offseason. But I'm nervous at the same time because I know how important this offseason is for the Vikings to be contenders for years. Like if we messed it, like for instance, Smeagol and every Viking fan that's in the chat, anybody that's a football fan, y'all know how important these drafts are. It can literally make you or break you, right? And if we don't get this right, bro, I don't want to say we're screwed, but because we don't even know what we have in JJ McCarthy if he can stay healthy, and that's my issue right now. Nicholas Singleton. So 123 carries for 549 yards, 13 touchdowns, 4.5 a carry, 224 pounds. I never heard of this place in Pennsylvania. He's from Shillington, PA. You know, I'm from PA. I've never even heard of that before. He's 6 foot. He's a senior. This is his career high in touchdowns this season so far with 13. Can he catch? He can catch a little bit as well. I gotta do more research on him, but yeah, man. All right, I'm gonna do some more research on him. 9 Bears ahead of schedule, to be honest, surprising. Yeah, that is true. The Bears are definitely ahead of schedule. They look good. I can't even hate. Dylan Dawson said, Kevin O'Connell needs to say bye to his friend Wes Phillips this offseason. We need someone in there that will tell Kevin O'Connell what he needs to hear, not what he wants to hear. Oh my gosh. I love that statement. That statement is one of the best statements that I heard when it comes to just putting your foot down and standing on all 10 toes. You know the issue, you know what the issue is? A lot of people like with the whole not Kevin O'Connell, Kwesi, right? Kwesi need to do the same thing. If he's going to be the GM, you can't go by what Kevin O'Connell says all the time or what Brian Flores says to draft. You need to go by how you feel, draft a player, right? And say, make it work. Develop these players and make it work. That's what you got to do. Instead of just drafting whatever Kevin O'Connell wants, or I'm not saying that's what happened, but I have a feeling, yes, you can get their opinion, right? There's nothing wrong with getting your head coach's opinion, your defensive coordinator's opinion, but at the end of the day, you're the GM. You got the final say, right? I will hope so, right? And if you have the final say, you might have a feeling, sometimes you got to go with your gut feeling, bro, that this player that they might want ain't going to be a good fit in the long term. And the player that you want might be the player if he could just get a few different things down, because no prospect is perfect. He could potentially be a Pro Bowler. You just got to make sure you develop him. That's what Kwesi going to have to do. And I agree with the Wes Phillips. Yeah, get them out of here. We don't want no yes men. We want people that's going to tell it like they see it and mean what they say. Tell it like they see it and mean what they say. We don't want no yes men in the Minnesota Viking organization. We want to win a Super Bowl. And even though it might sound harsh, hey, listen, Kevin O'Connell, you need to do this. Ain't no if buts about it. Okay, I'm going to have to make that improvement. Oh, Kwesi, I don't care, bro. That last draft was hard, wasn't the best. Hey, listen, you going to draft this guy, you go with your gut. Just go with your gut and draft the guy that you feel like is going to be good for the Minnesota Vikings for the present and the future. You know what I mean? You got to just figure it out, man. They're going to have to figure it out, stand on 10 toes, and don't get too fancy. Don't trade back. Like, listen, man, trading back is good sometimes, but not all the time. Like, if you have a player that you wanted, he's on your board, and say you're on the third guy. If he drops to you, that's the guy you want. But if you trade back, you think you might get that third guy that's on your board, on your draft board, but instead of the third guy, he gets picked up and you're on to like the sixth or seventh or eighth guy. Hey, listen, bro, it's not good to trade back all the time. Quantity is better than quality. No, that's the opposite. Quality is better than quantity. My bad, y'all. Skull to the bowl, baby. Skull to the bowl. Yeah. Quality is better than quantity. You can have 100 draft picks and you can bust on all of them. I mean, that did not. They could be bust on all of them. They could be bust. All of them could be a bust, right? So, yeah. Raiders Nation. Trade Justin Jefferson to Washington for a 5th round pick. That's funny. Vikings always seem to develop great wide receivers. Yeah, we seem to get that, bro. Fire Wes Phillips and promote Keenan McCardell. You know what? That could be a definite. That could be a pause, right? Help a brother out, man. Help a brother out. Everybody in the building, hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. But yeah, anything to improve this offense. This offense was horrible. I don't listen. Anybody can give all the excuses in the world. We lost our starting quarterback. That's a fact, right? We lost our what else we lose? We lost our starting quarterback. We lost our tackles. We lost our guards. We lost our center. We lost multiple players on defense. We lost a lot of players this season. But still, bro, our offense shouldn't look this dang on bad. We talking about the 29th offense. And even with the 29th ranked offense, we are 8-8 with a chance to have more wins than losses. And it's just like, dang, if we just had an average offense, I'm not asking for much. I know that we've been hurt, you know what I mean, when it comes to like our quarterback. That's the most important position. We need to be healthy, right? But at the same time, my God, can we at least be number 18? Like, listen, we're 29th, y'all. In total offense, we are 29th in the whole NFL. We need some help. We need some help. And this is a year that this was a down year, a down year because you won 14 games last year. I was saying a few live streams ago, I said, I want other fan bases to get tired of the Vikings because I want us to get to the playoffs every year. I want us to get to the playoffs like 5 straight seasons in a row. Like, I want people to get tired of us because we're so good. When's the last time the Vikings made it to the playoffs 3 times in a row? When's the last time it happened? Since I've been a Viking fan, I don't remember it happening. I've been a Viking fan for 20 years, 20 plus years. So I don't remember it happening. So we got to figure something out. I want us to be the next team that people are tired of, like the Chiefs and the Patriots. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. Quality over quantity. Yes. That's true. But you got to have quality, though. Yes, you got to have multiple players as quality because you can have a whole bunch of players and you might have a lot of players, but they might not be the best. This is coming from a Colts fan. You ain't lying. 25-31 front. What the fight? Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. I was just talking about the Colts. I said, man, that was a surprise this season. Daniel Jones was having an MVP caliber season prior to him getting injured. It sucks, man. And another surprise was y'all bringing in Phillip Rivers. I was cheering for Phillip Rivers too, man. He was throwing some dimes. It's just unfortunate. That's why I be trying to tell people, man, it's any given year, bro. And anything can happen. Anything can happen. What I'm also surprised about is the 49ers being this good. I'm gonna tell you, and I said it before. They lost Nick Bosa, they lost Fred Warner, they lost one of the best tackles in NFL history. I'm talking about, is he a left tackle? Is Trent Williams a left tackle or a right tackle? I don't know which one. I think he's a left tackle, right? I'm gonna just assume he's a left tackle. They lost one. They lost him. They lost so many players, bro. They lost Brock Purdy for numerous games. I know Kyle was one of the best offensive minded coaches in the NFL right now, but my gosh, for them to lose all that, they lost the best linebacker in the game, in my opinion. I think Fred Warner is the best linebacker in the game. For them to still be in the playoffs, bro, is just that's just coaching, bro. That is coaching and working with what you have. And I got a lot of respect for the 49ers organization for being able to just overcome all those obstacles. Like they overcame a lot of obstacles to be where they're at. They're the 5th seed in the playoffs right now. So that's crazy. And if it wasn't for the Seahawks, they'll probably be the number 1 seed. Who knows? I'm just saying, because the 49ers are 12-4 right now. The Seahawks, what are they? 13-3. So honestly speaking, that's a surprise to me. I wasn't expecting the Seahawks to be this dang on good. Hey, I know Sam Darnold. I'm not going to hate on the man. The man was good with the Vikings. He didn't do good the last couple of games, but it wasn't just his fault. But I didn't know Sam Darnold was going to go into the Seahawks and make them a contender, right? Like just like that. I mean, dang, bro. Like nobody expected that. If you was to start the 2025 NFL season, if you had if you was able to tell the future and you said to someone, yeah, the Seahawks are going to be the number 1 seed in the dang on NFC, I promise you they wouldn't believe you. I promise you they wouldn't be. Even with Sam Darnold coming, y'all would be like, nah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Y'all would have probably chose maybe the Eagles. Y'all would have probably chose the Rams maybe. You would have never chose the Bears. You would have said the Bears got no chance. They the number 2 seed. That's a surprise. Like I said, any given year, bro, is any given Sunday and it's any given year every season. Yeah, but I get it. Center, yes. Does it go look better than one? Nah, bruh. Do you remember every NFC team has reached the NFC Championship game in the past 30 years except the Cowboys? That's crazy. What up, Praz? What's good with you, my guy? Praz was cracking. When you had Chris Carter, Randy Moss playoffs was guaranteed. Yeah, that's true. You gotta be healthy though, because they can get hurt. Like that's what I'm saying. These quarterbacks can get hurt. These wide receivers can like I'm saying. For the 49ers, they lost a quarterback. He came back though. They lost the linebacker. They lost one of the best pass rushers in the NFL with Nick Bosa. I'm so surprised how good they are, bro. It's crazy, bro. I don't like it. I'm happy for them, but I still don't like it because I want that to be the Vikings. John Gruden for OC. Brian, hey, Smeagol. This is the issue though. Smeagol, I'm gonna tell you this right now, bro. And I'm not. Viking fans ain't going for it. Well, I'm gonna say this: Viking fans, a lot of Viking, not all of them. A lot of Viking fans see Kevin O'Connell as, and I'm not saying that Kevin O'Connell can't be a good coach. I think he's a decent coach. I ain't put him on a pedestal like some other people, but people think Kevin O'Connell is that guy. And I'm not saying he ain't. He might be. But they got him as like he could do no wrong. So even with the 29th ranked offense we have right now, he doesn't take no responsibility for it to some people. But if it was the other way around, and Brian Flores had the 29th ranked defense, they'll be yelling for his job. They'll say, fire him now. I don't understand it because I look at it like this. Even though Kevin O'Connell was good with Kirk Cousins, even though Kevin O'Connell was good with Sam Darnold, because people keep putting that in my face. Oh, he was good with Kirk Cousins. He was good with Sam Darnold. Hey, listen, I don't care about that no more. Respectfully, I don't care. As a Viking fan, what I care about is what can he do with my quarterback now? And his name is J.J. McCarthy. I don't care about no dang on what he did with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's on the Seahawks right now. I don't care what he did with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins on the Falcons right now. I don't care about that. What I care about, what can you do for me right now with the quarterback I have right now? And don't nobody want to speak on that. They blame And listen, I understand the injuries. I get that. But they blame it mostly on J.J. McCarthy. And I feel like J.J. McCarthy got the talent. Yes, he does throw some interceptions. Sometimes he's not the most accurate. But at the end of the day, some of the throws that he makes, he shouldn't even be making those throws because of the stupid play calling. But don't nobody want to put Kevin O'Connell. They don't want him to take no accountability. And I don't understand it. We're bottom of the barrel. I know we got injured. They go and put the injuries out there. I get it. But I just got done talking about the 49ers. The 49ers lost more than what we lost. They lost more than what we lost throughout the season, in my opinion, or just as much. And look what they doing. Just saying. Left tackle Trent Williams needs to come back to. Oh no, he might need to be our left tackle. 3 in a row is tough. Even Kyle Shanahan and the Niners faithful hasn't done that yet. Yes, that's true. It's hard. That's why I got so much respect for Andy Reid. That's why I got so much respect for Bill Belichick. That's why I got so much respect for Andy Reid. When he's with the Eagles as well. Andy Reid with the Chiefs and with the Eagles. People forget. Andy Reid and those Eagles were getting to the playoffs every year, bro. They just wasn't getting to the Super Bowl or winning the Super Bowl. If they got to the Super Bowl, they were losing in the Super Bowl. But Andy Reid had them Eagles with McNabb, with Brian Westbrook, with Brian Dawkins on defense, Trotter on defense, with Terrell Owens that one year. Y'all remember Terrell Owens in that one year with the Eagles? Oh my gosh, with McNabb and Brian Westbrook and the guys. What's his name? Freddie Mitchell. Hey, listen, they had a squad. They was doing teams dirty. They had a great defense and an offense. Hey, listen, that Eagles team with Andy Reid was no joke. It was getting to the playoffs every single year, bro. And look, as a Viking fan, I'm like, bro, well, I gotta listen, man. It's hard being a Viking fan from Pennsylvania, y'all. I wear my Viking gear everywhere I go. I represent. You know what I mean? I'm a representer over here, baby. I'm a represent anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But it just sucks because now they got Super Bowls. Before they didn't have no Super Bowls. So I would say, y'all don't got no Super Bowls. Now I can't even say it no more. I can't even say it no more, y'all. I used to be like, oh, well, we'll get our first Super Bowl before y'all get y'all's. And then I hit them with this. We'll get our first Super Bowl before y'all get y'all second. I said that. I jinxed it, bro. I messed up. I ain't gonna say I jinxed it, but I think the Chiefs won because of what I said. I messed it up, man. I should have never said it, bro. I should have just said the Eagles are going to win, and maybe the Eagles would have lost. I don't know. But now the Eagles got 2 Super Bowls, so I can't even talk trash on the Eagles no more. And they're in the playoffs again. How many years did the Eagles make to the playoffs? Like, when's the last time the Eagles missed the playoffs, bro? Like, it's crazy. I'm on a big rant right now, y'all. Defensively, the Niners are like Alabama. They keep some dogs on defense. Yes, you ain't lying, bro. Beat the Seahawks again and take the number 1 seed in the West. Now, I don't know, man. You might. Remember when Sam Darnold was trash with that's crazy. When he was trash he wasn't the best with the Jets. Kyle Shanahan, coach of the year. Yes, comeback player of the year. Yeah. McCaffrey, yeah, man. You would be a great coach. I couldn't be a coach, man. I couldn't be a coach. I'd be too hyped, man. I'd be wanting to jump on the dang on field. Any one of my players get hurt, I'm riding. I'm riding for anybody, man. I think I would care too much. You know, I think I would care too much. But yeah, man, I'd be too passionate. I'd be talking crazy. I'd be on that field. Yeah, I'd be hyped, man. My quarterback throw interception. It's all right, man. It's all right. We gonna get them next time, baby. We gonna get them next time. Don't worry about that. We on to the next one. We on to the next play. We on to the next one. We on to the next play. You know what I mean? That's what quarterbacks gotta do. You want to know something that's surprising for me? Let me give you a big and I see their comment. Thanks. Yes, VJ was awesome. I'm surprising about the Bears, right? I know they had a lot of good wins last year, but you know what surprised me about Caleb the most out of everything? Because he has an arm, he's super talented. He might sometimes he's not the most accurate, sometimes, but he's accurate enough. He gets the job done, right? Super athletic, one of the most athletic quarterbacks, super strong, very shifty. He would juke you out your cleats in a heartbeat. The one thing that surprised me about Caleb is he's so disciplined. Let me tell you why. Because when play, and I hope JJ McCarthy learns this. I need JJ McCarthy to learn this for this upcoming season. Please, JJ McCarthy, learn this for 2026. What Caleb Williams does when he gets in trouble, that man will throw that ball away. He does not listen. He will. I don't know who told him that. Was that Ben Johnson? I don't know. But he would throw the ball away to live to fight another day. You get what I'm saying? I love that. The veteran quarterbacks have trouble doing that sometimes. But when you throw the ball away and say it's like, all right, so a second that you throw the ball away because the play is dead. You don't want to force it and then throw a pick six, or you don't want to get sacked, or you don't want to get hurt. You get hit from behind because you're not seeing the pressure, or even another thing, you're even protecting your players as well because you're throwing the ball away. Once you throw the ball away, the play is dead. So like your offensive line, maybe they won't, get someone on your offensive line get hurt, or your wide receivers or your tight end, someone, I love that maturity of Caleb Williams in his second season. Don't forget Sam Darnold played for San Francisco. He knows the offense and defense. Is something to watch for. Oh my gosh. Can somebody help us? Hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Hey, Smeagol, that's a good behind point. That is a good point. Honestly, that gives them the edge, definitely. That gives them the edge. Because if you think about it, right? If you think about it, dang, that's crazy. I didn't even think of that. I did not think of that. Do you think Flores will get going away to be a head coach again? I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Flores becomes a head coach somewhere else. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad at him either. Like, I think he is well deserved. You know what I mean? Anytime you have a top 5 defense and your offense is ranked number 29th, that doesn't happen. If you have a 29th offense, your defense is not supposed to be this good. That means the players did not give up on him. That means he's a leader. He's a true leader. Because even though the offense was brutally terrible all season long, he still kept those dudes on defense fighting to the end. Usually when teams are terrible, like on one side and they're not doing the best in, like, when it comes to overall record at the time, players give up, man. They're humans. They give up. But they didn't give up on Brian Flores. And if they didn't give up on Brian Flores, they didn't give up on the team. And for them to fight to the end the way they are doing, the momentum, I made a short and I said, possibly Brian Flores saved Kevin O'Connell's job, because you go from a 14-win season to an 8-9 or 9-8 season, and it was worse than that. If it wasn't for the defense, we would have probably only won 2 games this season. That's how bad our offense was. So potentially, he saved Kevin O'Connell's job. Potentially. I don't know. But what I will say is this. I hope that he stays with the Vikings. I hope Brian Flores, because I look at it like this. Like, my bull Mike had a good point. He said the thing about it, in other words, like, they're going to take a step back. They're not going to be this good next year, possibly, right? I say at least as long as they're top 13, top 12 defense, I'm cool. My biggest concern going into 2026 is the offense. I don't even want to hear nothing about the defense all like that, besides us getting better when it comes to certain positions on the defense. But when it comes to coaching, we don't have an issue with that if Brian Flores stays. But we do have a question mark when it comes to offense. You know what I mean? There's a reason why he won the Heisman. Right. That's true. That is true. Niners, 2019 Niners versus Seahawks for 1 seed in the West. Niners won on a goal line stand. Wow. Shanahan is the puzzle. Yeah, he's really good. Vikings going down this week, bruh. You think so? Kyle Shanahan office has never the same. Darnold's trying to guess Kyle will be disastrous. When Darnold was here, Robert. So yes, that is true. Kyle was a different type of coach, man. Darnold struggled. Darnold struggled week 1 versus Niners. Turned over the ball to lose the game. Yep, we gonna see. Let's go. This is gonna be what time is that game? Let me see. Cause I might okay. Y'all, I can't believe the season's over, y'all. The season's about to be over. That's crazy. Crazy, man. All right, so you got all right, so we got our 1 o'clock game. All right, Ravens and Steelers are night. Okay. Yeah, so that's an 8 o'clock game on Saturday. The Seahawks versus Niners. Man, the season is about to be over, y'all. Saying the Seahawks will win. I'm just saying he did play there. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna have to change it up because Sam is gonna say what he's gonna say. But that's a good point though. Both y'all got good points. But I'm getting off, y'all. Have a wonderful day. I want to say God bless to each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much. And I will be live tonight, between like 11:30 because I want to go live for New Year's with y'all. And if y'all, I mean, listen, I'm not expecting a lot of people to be on, to be honest with you, but I am gonna still go live. But shout out to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Thank you for all your support. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way out, hit the subscribe button on your way out. Appreciate y'all. God bless to y'all. Happy New Year. Be safe out there if you're going out there. And as always, peace. Good luck. Good thank you for all y'all support on this channel. Appreciate y'all. And I'm out.